Welcome to another episode of Golden Nuggets Tea and Tales Season 1, sponsored by Husby, served by Riad Gohar. Riad,
Yes.
what can you expect in a typical day?
We're a boutique operation, right? We don't make people call how many calls you did, and so on. I don't have micromanagement whatsoever. We train, we mentor, we give, the proper ways of succeed. The guide how to succeed. And
The rest
then,
is on you.
And we mentor you, and we follow through, and so on. But we don't, we want you to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
I started my life in corporate, and it's exhausting. You don't want that. But I've also learned how it is to have a proper base, and that is what I'm trying to give my brokers, my colleagues, my partners. I've reached to where I've reached today because of education and because of principles. And if I can relay that to other people, then they will grow to become more successful and stronger. And I've learned from my mistakes, so they don't have to do these mistakes.
So what's the sackable offense for you? You will fire someone over what?
Yeah,
Name
I don't obviously fire people. I tell them, okay, let's move. Let's part ways.
Warning.
Let's part ways.
Okay.
Let's part ways. I don't fire anybody. But disrespect, screaming, yelling, being snob. We had a marketeer, not a marketeer, a videographer before who was extremely disrespectful. We had to call the security for him, and he went with his phone to do stuff like that on us. There are stuff that are another layer of egotistic pride that is just, there's no room for that. Everybody in the office knows that they are partners.
Yeah.
Whether you are an admin or whether you are a photographer, videographer, whatever your job is, or a broker, we're all partners. We all call each other partners, and that's how we should, take this business as we own the business.
Yeah.
It's your company, so take it. If you own
Seriously.
something, you will really bring it forward and better, and so on. I can't accept disrespect, because if I respect everybody, then I would want respect.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I will not accept. We're again part of being
And bad
emotional.
timekeeping.
No. Yes. Yeah. You're late a little bit, but every time.
Yeah.
Every time, that shows really the lack of respect. Or you close your first deal and you think that's it, you've done it, and you've done it on your own.
Yeah.
You're the real deal. You're the hero of the day, right? So, and then you stop coming, or you go and open your own company, and that's what a lot of people do, right?
Yeah.
Look, one of the things is that if you want to one day, after certain years of experience, if you want to think about it this way, if I go now to a sizable company, Fortune 500, or some multinational company, and so on, and I'm being approached for a position. First of all, will I ever get that headhunted position? And when I sit with, like minds people, will I feel that they really appreciate who I am, and so on? If you can't see yourself in 10 years or in a few years' time, being able to sit with a CEO of a company and he talks to you to hire you for a specific role, even if you don't want to ever work for a company and you want to work as a broker always, and so on. If you don't have this as an aspiration of growth, I get headhunted all the time. I get approached all the time. I'm partnered with Dubai Chamber of Commerce, where I go around the world, talk about the economics. And all these things didn't come, from just closing one deal. You learn and you educate yourself, and you sit with like-minded people, you learn from your peers, and so on. And if you think that just by closing a couple of deals and I go open my own company and then that's it, then you're missing the whole journey, right? So that's what I always see. If you want to become very strong, will a CEO hire you for a director position, or will a company hire you for a CEO position in the future? Even if you don't want to, but that's how you should see yourself and try to elevate yourself.
And that's why I'm putting on this show, really, because there's such a wealth of knowledge among all the top brokers at every level.
Yes, correct.
And whether they've been in it for a year, whether they've been in it like yourself, 19 years, coming on 20 years, you can learn not just from your own mistakes and your own wins and your own successes, but other people's as well.
True.
So this is the platform to learn what goes on in industry and accelerate your own your own success. So,
Absolutely.
drop your favorite takeaway from this episode down in the comments.